I mean, again, I also mainly use RetroArch to play Pokemon Emerald, so...
I mean, fair enough, but... Here's the thing. I'll probably end up using it on Linux. Or, on Linux, on a Steam Deck. Because on something like the Steam Deck, it's going to be very first-class citizen. But on desktop computer, on a situation where you're using it the way you might expect to use it, it just doesn't work. Also, I hate the way that it gobbles up other emulators, and it has a history of the maintainers annoying and being abusive toward emulator developers to the point where they actually just quit making the emulator. This has happened more than once. Like, the guy running the project has driven people to stop making emulators.
Sounds like someone who has issues. But anyway. Yeah, no, it's still not acceptable to drive other developers into absolute insanity, but...
I've got my left and right backward. It's just the number of things that I don't know. RetroArch is good in concept, but the implementation and the specific people behind it at this point, it's just a bad scene.
Yeah, no, even though I said, like, I've had nothing but, like, decent experiences with RetroArch, it's a very shitty UI, I will give you that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it should be that UI, I think it should be something else, but it's also based upon what it's designed around, so...
There is other UIs you can install, but and a lot of them do fix a lot of the problems, but the maintainership problem is the one that's not going to be fixed that easily.
Yeah. Anyway, Hey, your Steam Deck comes tomorrow, right?
Yep.
You're gonna have to live stream opening it, right? You know that, right?
Quite handily, it is supposed to arrive within 3 hours of the start of my stream. At the latest, 12 minutes after I start my stream, according to FedEx.
Good.
Yeah.
So when you start your stream, you can open it.
Yep. And set it up. And then start doing, soft mods on it, because I've already planned out what I'm going to install. Okay, I call them soft mods, but let's be real here, it's just software, because the Steam Deck's a computer.
Yes. I actually kind of wonder, like, the Ally seems to be a better, more performant in some ways, but it's also, like, it is what it is. I kind of would probably want the Steam Deck more so than the Ally.
The Ally has higher performance in a lot of ways, but they've already had like multiple instances of like BIOS updates that just like ruin the performance for like a month. Like it's dumb shit.
Asus is not the best of manufacturers at all when it comes to laptops. I will give you that.
Yeah.
I mean, look at my Z13. I've only had it about a year or so. And a little bit more than a year. And it's just...
falling apart?
It's just... Well, it's not falling apart. It's just...
having issues software-wise?
No, the fan controller died on it, so it overheats, technically. I mean, I'm surprised it's not actually crashed due to overheating. But the fans don't spin, so whatever that problem is, well, that needs to get fixed.
Right.
And I kind of looked at the window on the back of it, said, "Oh yeah, that's interesting. That's gonna break," and guess what broke?
Window on the back of it.
Yes.
Yeah. The other big benefit that Steam Deck will have, for what it's worth, over the Ally, is that there's probably going to be a much longer trail of third-party accessories for it. A lot more people are going to buy the deck than the Ally, I would gamble.
They've already bought in the deck than the Ally. And
Exactly.
no one's really going to buy the Ally because, well, it's not the Steam Deck.
Yeah, and price to performance, the Steam Deck wins anyway. It's lower performance, but it's also like Valve is selling it at a loss unless you buy the highest tier one. And even then, they're barely making like any money. I'm pretty sure like they're basically breaking even on the most expensive one.
They're selling it to sell more games at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
Yeah, which means that they have in a weird way, an incentive to lose money on it,
Yeah, no, totally.
and that's
I
not
mean,
a bad thing.
Yeah, it's also probably part of the reason why it's like if they were to create like, oh, I don't know, MetaQuest competitor, they'd also sell that at a loss.
Yeah, my understanding, based on talking to someone who, I'm not gonna say works at Valve because that would be too telling, I think, because they don't. But they're close to somebody who does. There is work going on right now, and I'm only going to talk about stuff that's vaguely known because of software leaks, essentially. Valve is working on a new headset, probably. They're working on a base station for that headset that is kind of like a dedicated... It's basically a Steam Machine, but designed primarily for VR.
Yeah. Entire control of the VR experience means better VR for everyone. Allegedly.
Yeah.
But then you see the MetaQuest and it's like, this is still garbage and no one likes it, so...
Well, the idea, from what I can tell, the plan is for them to build a headset that can work on its own, but has a base station for PC VR. It'll use Steam VR, it'll be basically Steam Deck, but console that isn't handheld.
Yeah.
So Steam machines, which honestly I'm more than okay with.
I'm more than okay with the Steam Machine. I actually thing is that, like, I still think that Microsoft eventually will just drop Xbox in its entirety and just make gaming PCs.
I could see Microsoft spinning off Xbox into its own thing. Not for a very long time, but I could see them doing it in the long term.
Yeah. No, but I seriously think that eventually Microsoft's just gonna go, Xbox is just gaming PCs. Because that's where they're headed anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, every current gen console, with the exception of the Switch, and this is just because Nintendo's special, is a gaming computer.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 5 is a gaming computer running FreeBSD.
Yeah.
The Xboxes are running Windows 11 at this point. The 360, I believe, is still on 10. The Switch is their own thing. They're, Tegra, which is like a 10-year-old SoC, if not more. Yeah, no, Steam Deck's x86, Ally's x86, they're all x86. The only exception that I could possibly see coming around would be if Apple decided to do one.
I mean, they did have the Pippin at one point, and that was a failure. And it's also kind of well known that Apple really just does not like gamers, so...
You say that, but they're launching a VR headset. First gen one, but a VR headset.
More likely, their target audience is not gamers, but businesses.
Absolutely, but I suspect that medium term, they will release a gaming-focused Apple headset. Because they know the power of an app store.
Yeah.
If they can make a reasonably cheap or even extremely cheap VR headset and subsidize the cost with apps from the Apple VR store, suddenly it makes sense for them to get into VR gaming.
Yeah.
And they would immediately be a bigger player than Facebook. Let's be real here. Imagine like a $200 headset from Apple. People would buy the shit out of that. Even better if someone figures out how to jailbreak it so they can use the PC VR. I would get one and never update the firmware on it.
Yeah.
I would, because I can tell you right now that it would be a jailbreak. It wouldn't be official. But Apple doesn't go halfway. It would be a strong, good headset. It would just cost a small fortune.
Yeah. I mean, if the EU and the UK have their way, Apple's not going to be able to have their walled garden anymore anyway, so...
No, but even without that, being the default app on the device, the default store, that's already about as profitable as you could wish for.
Yeah.
Like, yes, people will be able to install third-party stores and apps from third-party sources and all that, and that's fine. That's not going to hurt Apple's bottom line as much as people think it's going to. Because the average person isn't going to. They're going to continue using the App Store.
Depending on how the EU and the UK wrote those laws, what would theoretically happen is instead of Apple, like, just allowing a third-party app store, they basically just, like, they keep their licensing model that they currently have, where it's like you have to pay to be an Apple developer.
Mm-hmm.
And they still control everything that way.
Well, yes and no, because I mean there are actually entire toolkits designed for making iOS apps without using any of Apple's stuff. You don't have to use Xcode or macOS to build an iOS app. You can build an iOS app on Windows and Visual Studio using C#.
Yeah.
Do you want to? No, it's not a great experience, but you can, and that's the point.
Yeah. Xamarin is also very outdated from what I remember.
Xamarin is now known as Maui.
Okay. So they finally updated it?
Years ago. Well, I say that it's now Maui. It's kind of Maui, it's kind of not, it's kind of middling.
Is it actually up to date with, like, what everything else can do, though?
To some extent.
Okay.
Wait, this isn't where I need this. I was thinking 3DS version. In the 3DS version, you get the stone mask from a guy sitting in the middle of a pirate's fortress, and in the N64 version, you get it on your way to Stone Tower Temple.
I still need to work on Majora's Mask on my Switch.
Yeah.
I do not know why I started that game. I still have no idea what I'm doing, so...
C up is the answer. I'll give you hints. But honestly, run around and talk to people. The game is side quests to the game. So, like... Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of my biggest problem. Is like, I don't like talking with people. It's like, I kind of like picking up things and then just getting a quest thing. Says, yeah, go do this.
So here's the thing. In this scenario, you kind of can't do that. You can never read a word of text. The Bomber's Notebook, which I just opened on stream here, will automatically note down anything that you're being asked to do and whether or not you completed it before. And when.
Okay.
It won't give you like all the information. For example, this is just like you can talk to her to get the mask on these 2 days. I mean, you don't know that until you've actually picked it up from her because no one actually talks about it, but it is a thing. And you don't get any information really. Until you've, partially done it or, they've told you what's going on. You've only got the information you've got, but it does keep a track for you, and to like a list of things that you've done, things you need to do. That obvious fish spawn point is there.
Okay, so how do you open the thingamajigger?
I don't know what you mean.
The journal thing.
It is in your pause menu on the screen with the the sword and the shield and stuff is at the top left. If you don't have it, you need to go pop the balloon in North Clocktown and chase all the kids down. It is entirely optional. It's just something that I would highly recommend.
So how do you pop the balloon in North Clocktown?
Pardon?
So how do you pop the balloon in North Clocktown?
You can use a bubble, an arrow, whatever. Have you done the first cycle yet? Like, are you still forced to be Deku?
I'm forced to be a Deku.
So you can't take it off yet?
I don't think so.
You'll the mask would have to be on one of the buttons in the Okay, so you're starting a fresh save essentially.
Couldn't figure out what to do the first day, so I basically just explored and couldn't figure so.
Okay, so if you listen to your fairy, what she'll tell you is go to North Clocktown, talk to the fairy. There's no way that he beat up the fairy. Fairy's damaged. Fairy says go find my missing piece. For the first day, the missing piece of the fairy is in the it's essentially the laundromat. It's a little area in the corner with the river going through it. It's in like the opposite end of town. You go in there, you find the fairy there, you go back, and then you walk out of there with magic. You use your bubbles to pop the big balloon, chase the kids around. They say we don't want a Deku scrub in our gang, but here's the code to get into our hideout. Go into the hideout, use the telescope to look at the top of the clock tower. There you'll see the Skull Kid. He'll make the moon cry a tear, which is just a giant gem essentially, and then you trade that for the flower in the middle of town. Use that to get up to the clock tower, and then basically you're done. You wait there until the time is up. You go inside and you shoot the Skull Kid. Really is what his name is. Shoot him with bubbles, steal your Ocarina back. It'll teach you the Song of Time. You play the Song of Time, and now you're free to begin properly. That's essentially the tutorial for the beginning of the game.
Go find the fountain, right?
Pardon?
So go find the fountain thing area, the washing area. Remember where that is.
If you go as far south as you can, you're looking at the southernmost door in town. And you look to your right, there is a set of stairs. That is the way there.
Laundry pool.
Yep, that's the place.
Please find a way to return me to the fairy fountain and the clock tower. Okay. So after that. What do I do?
Go, take it to the fairy fountain in North Clocktown.
Okay. That's done.
Alright. So you've been given magic?
Return broken shattered body to normal, great fairy magic, yada yada. Then granted magic card, current form, press B to shoot bubble blast, press the B to hold, blow big bubble, press B to shoot it, magic card.
I heard that beep. Or boop, I guess. The beep and boop, that's what it is.
Yes. There we go, pop the bubble. Yes. Okay, first, by tomorrow morning, we'll send you the code. Okay, so where'd they go?
They're all around town. Well, I'd say they're all around town. 2 of them are in North Clocktown, 2 of them are in West Clocktown, 1 of them's in East Clocktown.
Two of them are in North Clocktown. one. Looks like they're in trouble. Let's see, one. Get up on top of that.
Yeah, by the way, I figured out what was wrong with the arrow aiming. Haha. Turns out I accidentally had a 25% dead zone on a controller with no drift at all.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. 0 to 10, don't recommend.
Oh, I almost got it. I hate the controls of this game.
What part of it they do not like?
I just missed the awning again.
You just missed the what?
The awning again.
Awning. What awning?
The one with the kid on it.
Oh. If you just run underneath it, you can scare them away from below, and make them run down onto the ground.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yeah. The kids don't actually check for your Z position, only your X and Y. Which means if you run beneath them, they'll run away from you while you're below them.
Okay.
That being said, if he runs up onto the roof, you kind of have to fly up there, but...
So where are the other... So I got 2. Where are the other 2?
Okay, so you got... Okay, so there's 2 in North Clocktown, 2 in the place of the awning, and 1 on the opposite side of town from where you are.
Okay. I see one. West Clocktown.
Yep. He's holding a chicken, isn't he?
No.
No? Okay. Oh, wait, you're in West. Never mind.
So next is North Clocktown, right?
North Clocktown is where you started.
Okay. So I got the 2 in South Clocktown. Where's the other 2? East Clocktown? No, I got the 2 in East Clocktown. Where were the other 2?
Which ones have you gotten?
1 in West Clocktown, the 2 in East Clocktown.
There's 2 in North Clocktown as well.
Okay. Come on. difficult.
Yeah, the kids are little buggers, aren't they?
Anyway. I ain't gonna swap over my laundry. I will be back.
Okay.
And depending, I might be heading over to my VC. They're not online yet, so I will wait. I'll be back.
Okay. Friends, of course, talking about sharks in chat for some reason. Well, I mean, probably because of all the news about being able to regrow teeth with the drug now. You hear about that, DM?
What's that?
There's a Japanese biomedical biotech company that has a drug going into clinical trials where that basically lets you regrow teeth.
Okay then.
Yeah. Literally, it becomes a case of fuck filling a cavity, just pull a tooth and grow a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you'd probably still fill the cavity because it's cheaper, but at a certain point, like, there's no reason you couldn't at some point, like, you know, I've got, 8 fillings. Can I just, like, get all of those yanked, get a brand new, like, set of teeth ready to go,
Yeah.
Or if you're getting older and they're just falling out because of age. You know what I love about this is in the 3DS version, they modified these bars to have a visible, like, damage hole in them, so to give you a clue that you're supposed to shoot an arrow through there. N64 version be like, nah. In fairness, that was probably because a lot of people got tripped up on it on the N64 version. Like, they did make some changes to the game that were ultimately good. Actually, a lot of the changes they made to the game, in absolute fairness, were good. I only bitch about the bad ones. Which, unfortunately, are most of the obvious ones. For the record, having the upgraded sword makes this a much easier fight, because the base sword takes, like, I think, 6 hits. With the upgraded sword, it takes 2. I love how they keep money and eggs in their monster things for some reason. Monster tanks. The eggs make sense, money less so.
Oh shit. I thought I was in a different window. Oh, that's fun.
What happened?
Nothing. You saw nothing?
I legitimately saw nothing.
I saw everything.
Some wild porn you were looking at.
I hate the fact that, like, for whatever reason, I opened Final Fantasy XIV, and for whatever reason, my cursor was still over in Discord. It's like, what the hell?
Fair, yeah.
So, you saw nothing. Literally.
Definitely. You know what I'm really excited for?
What?
You can get the Google. Okay, I love Google's doodle for today, by the way. Have you seen it?
No.
It's all of the classic logos.
All the classic logos all at once?
Well, it transitions between them.
No. But we want all the information all the time.
I prefer the old font with, like, the shaded edges. This one. I don't like the current font. It's too samey. It doesn't have any personality to it.
I posted something in general.
What was I gonna Google? Oh, yeah. Zelda Ret, the Zelda Reverse Engineering Team. Ocarina of Time, 100%. Majora's Mask, 86.2%. Animal Forest, whatever that is, 7.47%. Wind Waker, 3.02%. Minish Cap, 98.7%. We're probably going to have a PC port of Minish Cap soon. Twilight Princess, 36.09%. And Breath of the Wild, 16.897%. What's Animal Forest?
I can't believe people think that WoW is better graphically than...
Animal Forest is the Japanese name for Animal Crossing. I'm guessing. I mean, that's what it looks like. Yeah, that's the Japanese Animal Crossing. I probably should have guessed that for the name Animal Forest, to be fair. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that these guys are doing this. I just hope that Nintendo continues to be less than litigious. Because, like, they did Super Mario 64, I think, like, a bunch of them, but not as Zelda, right? Then they started doing Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and so far so good. Nintendo isn't, suing anyone which is kind of impressive for Nintendo.
I get the feeling that they're kind of just waiting for the projects to make fruit, and then maybe they're gonna buy them off them and go like, yeah, no, here's the PC ports for all this shit.
Honestly, I would be actually okay with that, with Nintendo officially releasing PC ports of their games. Like, legitimately. I would buy the various games on Steam.
Yeah. But seriously, like, if their goal is like, well, they're working on PC ports, we can make like, and they're looking at it, it's like, well, we can make money off of the PC community if we just let them do the work for us, and then we buy it off them and release it under.
Yeah, absolutely. Hell, Nintendo honestly could make money just looking at what ROMs are required to build these versions, and just offering on their website a way to pay for a license for the ROM and a download link. Am I wrong?
Not really, but Nintendo still hates emulators, so.
Well, yeah, Nintendo claims they're illegal all day and night, but luckily these aren't emulators. Full source code ports, baby!
I still think like the recoding or remaking of like half of these, like the code for this stuff is like still questionably legal.
Okay, so the way that they're doing it is the same way that I think it was Phoenix reverse, or no, was it Toshiba? One of them. They reverse engineered the IBM PC BIOS, and that actually went through court, and it was ruled that no, what you did was totally fine.
Yeah.
And so that's the basis under which they're able to do this. How well that's going to hold up long term, who the fuck knows, but
I think for technologies that are inherently separate, that would make sense. Like, oh, I want to take this printer and I want to reverse engineer its software so I can make software that can use this printer.
Yeah, that's fine. That falls under the interoperability clause of the DMCA.
Yeah.
That's actually completely something you can legally do, and they cannot. Yeah. Well, they can try to stop you, and they probably would succeed, but legally you'd be in the right anyway.
Yeah.
And I say what I say because ultimately they have money and lawyers.
Yeah. That's the thing that I don't like about the American court system is like there is the more money you have, the more likely you are to win a court case. So
yeah,
which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
But it's not without like, and it's part of the reason why it's like half these like why I believe that like a lot of these convictions that people have on the record are literally because they chose not to fight the conviction instead of actually doing the thing that they've been alleged to do. So
yeah,
there's a reason why it's like, oh yeah, you have a rap sheet, so what? I don't really care unless you can think someone can prove that you actually did the thing that you did. I don't care. It's like I'd have to be in that trial to understand. Like I'd have to see a trial. I'd have to see all the evidence. I'd be able to rational reason that yeah, you did the thing that they said you did. So
just be glad that the American copyright system isn't as fucked up as Japan's, and I say that as someone that hates our copyright system.
The thing about Japan's is that apparently there's a little bit more freedom in terms of like what you can do with fanworks, but I mean outside of the whole doujinshi stuff, but it's like yeah.
Fanworks? Even fanworks are very, very, very not really great.
No. Like in the US you get sued for even taking the image of someone's like taking Mickey Mouse and doing something with it.
And that's absolutely the case in Japan too, actually. Yeah, it does have to be legally distinct. But like, here's an example. There was a person that was in Japan during the Olympics, and there was a bunch of jets that flew overhead, right?
Yeah.
Under American copyright law, if you recorded them going past on your own phone, you own the footage to that video. Like, you own that video. Under Japanese law, the people that paid for the jets to do so own the copyright. This actually happened. A streamer got a DMCA takedown for footage that they shot from their own home of jets flying overhead. Because it was owned by the Japanese Olympic people, whatever that is.
Olympic Committee.
I'm not sure it was actually them specifically, but yeah.
That's absolutely...
It's insane. Don't get me wrong. It should not be the case that it is like that, but unfortunately it is.
The other thing is that Japanese copyright in general is just... there's a lot of powers that like to have and that have power in Japan that probably really shouldn't.
Absolutely.
And it's because and they also don't have as good of a protection against some of these copyright things as America does because of the First Amendment, but I mean, yeah. And then there are also countries that really don't give a crap about copyright and just completely ignore any and all copyright laws, so...
Yeah. I like how Canada handles copyright infringement to an extent. If you commit copyright infringement as a personal person and you're not making money off it, the maximum liability that you face is $5,000.
It should be the cost of, I think at the end of the day, if you're downloading crap from the internet and someone tries to sue you for copyright infringement, the maximum liability you should face is the retail value of those products.
Yeah, but the point is, at $5,000, it's not worth suing someone.
So,
at $5,000, it's not worth suing them. Even if you win, you won't make as much money as it costs to sue them.
Yeah. And that's...
Now, if you're doing it on a commercial scale, if you're pirating for commercial reasons, the liability is extremely high. You will get fucked. It's very bad. Which is fair. If you're a business, it's a very different story.
I think that the actual I think the copyright in general should be completely redone because half of it's just absolute garbage, but the other half of it is the arguments that someone downloading something is a lost sale. It's
no. A lot of the people that pirate something were never going to buy it in the first place.
Yeah.
And then there's the people that are downloading it, but they actually have a license to it.
Yeah.
Which is also absolutely a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't download the ROM that I am playing right now. I did actually dump it from the cartridge that I own.
Yeah.
But legally, I would be a criminal if I had downloaded it from the internet, even though I own a copy of the game.
Yeah. The first version of Emerald that I had was downloaded from the interwebs because I didn't have the device to dump the cartridge and the GBA and GBC cards. So
I actually dumped my my cartridge using my Arduino. If you have an Arduino, the other bits to make that work are surprisingly gettable.
Yeah.
Same goes for GBA, GBC, GB cartridges. Surprising, I didn't expect it, but yeah.
No, a lot of the I believe the way that the cartridges work is the console sends commands to the cartridge to say, hey, give me these, give me this address in your ROM.
That's pretty much exactly it. Yeah, the way that it interacts is basically I can't actually work there. So let's go with the Game Boy Advance cartridge as the example. It has one pin that it pulls high for reads and low for writes. I might have that backward, but the point is that that's a pin that high is read, low is write. We're gonna go with that. And
Yeah.
literally it sets the data lines and then says read to the cartridge. And then it waits, I think, 2 cycles, and then it pulls it the other way. And then the cartridge will impose its own values onto the onto those lines, and that's how you read data out. And you can tell the cartridge, I want this range of data.
Yeah.
And it has a clock cycle as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
I mean, obviously there's a clock cycle, but yeah. And it's really simple. It's basically directly memory mapped ROM.
Yeah.
For the most part, if you could find compatible just like RAM chips, because it really is similar to how RAM chips worked. You could very easily, like, almost directly connect RAM chips to a GBA and just have it work as a flash card.
Yeah.
Would most software work? Probably not, because there's all kinds of goofiness that would happen there. But the point is that technically, it's close enough. It's like very old computer memory.
Yep. I can't believe that they're doing 24 and 48 gig sticks of RAM now.
They're doing what?
24 and 48 gig sticks of RAM.
Oh yeah. Have you heard about Ultra RAM?
No.
Okay, so I forget who's developing it, but it is a new type of memory. It is non-volatile, so it stores memory without power. It has a write endurance of something like 4,000 times higher than high-quality NAND.
Okay.
And it has a read and write rate that is like, I think, an order of magnitude faster than DRAM.
Okay.
It is basically just stupid RAM. It wouldn't be great for like system memory, because it would, I mean, you could use it as system memory. It would work wonderfully for it until it wore out, which is the benefit DRAM has. It doesn't wear out. It develops faults, and those faults can spread, but
Yeah.
it doesn't, there's no physical wear from using memory. Whereas with these, there would be, but you'd probably still get years out of them anyway.
Yeah.
My-
I do not. There's also there's also what is it? Optimum whatever.
I know what you're talking about. It's the stuff from Intel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Non-volatile memory. I think that's great for servers, but for personal computers, like you
Hey,
want
well-
everything to be absolutely. You want everything to be absolutely volatile, because it's like you have stuff in a private browser. You do not want that private browser to get saved to RAM, so
Yeah.
or to the hard drive.
Well, I figured what would happen in this this scenario where it gets into consumer equipment somehow is we would probably end up with another layer of level of cache, basically, because we have, you know, L1, L2, L3, and then RAM. I suspect what would happen is it'd be L1, L2, L3, RAM, Ultra RAM,
Yeah.
where the Ultra RAM would be for anything that you need in active memory and persistent, but doesn't change frequently.
Yeah.
And honestly, accessing it would still be faster than memory. It's just the wear problem would eventually bear its head. So,
Yeah.
Evil, we are talking about regrowing teeth and RAM. And also, I'm probably losing my race to my Steam Deck. Which, without context, sounds ridiculous, but there it is.
How are you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing, cat? I'm fighting pirates. Rawr.
And no, I did not post a schizo whale joke, so. you haven't noticed, if you haven't actually looked at what I posted yet. So
I haven't yet, no. Oh, I think I've seen that. That was great.
yeah.
Welcome to the VTuber internet.
Yep.
Oh yeah, by the way, have you noticed what I've done on stream?
Me? I'm not watching.
Anyone. In the bottom right corner of the screen specifically.
I have. You had
Hmm.
it yesterday as well.
I did.
Not yesterday, Monday.
Yes. But yes, I did.
So
Oh,
I have
me.
a indication of who's talking. Fun.
I mean, yes, but it also shows, like, it shows anyone who's in the call and when they talk.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to the website for it, which is reactive.fugi.tech, you can upload your own, and you can upload a talking and a not talking picture, so it can switch back
Yeah.
and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
But by stock, it'll use Discord.
Just the profile pic.
Yeah. And the best part is it doesn't require me to actually run any extra program. It uses Discord's API.
Okay.
Yeah. You found a cheap microcut shredder. You just found a microcut shredder for cheap. I think I'll buy this deck. Could you help me look at it? Link it up? Yeah. That being said, I will be right back. I need to use the washroom because I drank an obscene amount of tea earlier today. So I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I wonder what we could spoil for the audience.
And I'm back.
Aw, can't spoil
Back in
anything.
the cat.
What were you about to spoil?
Absolutely everything about everything.
Ah, damn.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna
look,
spoil
it's,
Cat. He's a good cat boy. When in doubt, spoil the cat boy. They always deserve it. Makes him blush, which is the best part. Okay, so anyway, Evo, if you want to link up that shredder, $185.85. Fellows Micro Cut Paper Shredder 10 sheet P5, Paper Shredder for office and home office, Power Shred 10M, Shredder with 19-liter waste paper basket. Screen capture, please. There we go. And safety lock over 2,000 particles per A4 sheet, black.
I personally think you should just buy a burn bin. Throw all your shredding inside of a burn bin and burn it.
I mean, as somebody that has recovered text from burnt paper, as long as you, like, hit it a bunch after it's done burning, sure. Because otherwise you can still just read it.
I don't know. Like, if it doesn't burn completely, yeah, no, you can totally just read it, but you should be able to just burn it completely if you have the right setup, so.
That's true. I find it amusing they have a recommended sheet quantity per day.
Buy an industrial shredder.
I mean, it's still 250 sheets a day.
Yes, and half of those, like, they just end up just jamming all the time because it's like you don't actually pay attention to how much paper you're putting into it, and most of the time they can't actually handle like things that you probably could put into them. So, like, if because it's going to be a lot less maintenance and a lot less trouble because you will eventually have to take apart the cheaper ones, and you might break it when you take it apart, or it might already be broken when you take it apart. But at the end of the day, buying something that's just designed to shred paper is, yeah.
I mean, that is what this is. It's a paper shredder.
But it's only supposed to shred like 4 pages at a time. So.
Can you relink it? OBS crashed and I had to restart it. So I was screen went black and everything went quiet. And of course I had it open via OBS, so that was just, you know. Luckily I don't encode using this copy of OBS, so. I wouldn't mind doing one at a time. Honestly, you could probably do more than that. Alright, OBS just crashed again when I tried to copy the link, so that's working well.
All the people. Hello.
Am I crazy?
Crazy? That was crazy once.
I forgot last time I was on a call with you, babe. I had you turned up to 200% because I was on my phone. And then you started talking in this call, and I was like, oh, my eardrums. Ow.
Well, keep in mind we are on Twitch.
That's fine. I am aware. I'm
Okay.
not going to be talking for all that time.
Yeah, I'm just making sure, because, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'm gonna head off for now.
Alright,
Talk to you later.
that's it. I need to go get a pictograph of a female pirate. I think I can handle that. Can I always open Twitch and Chatterino? I could, except that I don't have Chatterino installed, and I'm not currently using it. And I think of other reasons, because I know there is more.
Yeah, I feel like OBS is just being dumb.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just you.
I mean, it's an older version of OBS, and it definitely has bugs. The only reason I haven't upgraded yet is because the newer version isn't in the repos yet.
Oh yeah. Earlier today I was working with my someone on a group project
Right.
for class. So basically, we have to pick fake. We have to make a fake company and give them like their mission statement, value statement, stuff like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about United Bank of Money?
I think that is a delightful name.
Yes, but they're not like a bank. They're like developers of those like get money apps.
So, in other words, what you're saying is they're basically PayPal.
No, like the fake mobile games that say they get you free money.
Oh, those.
Yes,
Okay.
it's been fun talking about it.
Yeah, it will be, actually. You know, the worst part is there's no reason those couldn't actually work. At least in regards to making money in theory, because, like, if you just, like, stuck a loop of ads on the person on my phone screen with a little counter in the corner that told me how much I'd made, I can handle that. I'd set up all of my spare phones running that app.
Yeah, sure.
Just like
Solitaire Cash and other stupid apps.
I mean, I was thinking more, it just, like, it shows ads, and then they keep half the profit from the ad, and you keep the other half.
That would be interesting.
And you can literally just set your phone down in a corner and just let it run. Although, technically, in absolute fairness, that is considered ad fraud, so don't do that.
Hey, I'm sending you.
Pardon?
I'm sending you something in DMs.
Okay.
Have you sent this thing to me before?
Oh, that is adorable.
Yes, this is my new comfort zone. Yes, and yes, I have sent it to you.
Mhm.
It's basically like a plant stitch.
Yeah, I don't know what to name them yet. I was thinking banana or Nilla, but they kind of look like a Nilla wafer. Or angel.
Vanilla wafer.
Don't eat them. Don't eat them.
Vanilla wafers are tasty.
Stop being so horny, cat. I swear.
Cat,
Hmm?
I'm gonna send you something in DMs. This is what you get for being horny. You get grabbed.
I thought you were gonna say, I'm gonna send you to Jesus.
I will send you to Jesus.
I wonder if they can spot me if I'm standing on top of this.
I love them so much.
And he's not gonna let me climb on top of that. Okay.
I must draw them now. The question is, I'm putting. I have things to work on. Me. Let's draw this new comfort character because I'm depressed. The things I have to do staring at me.
What things do you have to do?
I can't say that in chat. I can't say that here.
I'm going to guess not safe for work commission.
No, actually, I don't have one of those yet.
Ah, fair enough.
Oh, okay.
It's time to draw this recent little gremlin into my.
I do love a good gremlin.
Yeah.
And then
I love them so much.
I just noticed Mikau in no. Yes, I want to get that picture. Mikau is wearing just the cutest collar. That's the name of the Zora. Steph loves. Thank you for the raid. Dang, 30 viewers. GG.
Whoa.
How you
Hello,
all
people
doing?
of the internet. I am Potato Wizard.
That what you're calling yourself?
I don't know. I go by so many things. I don't even know what to call myself.
I mean, fair enough.
Potato Wizard. Potato Wizard, how are you doing?
Yeah,
I'm
how's
doing
everyone
good.
doing? I'm totally not selling a photo of a female pirate to this guy for a seahorse.
Seahorse. I got 1 second. Gaming. What in the Sam Fran saxophone.
Yeah, how's everyone doing? Welcome to the stream.
I'll update you later. I guess I can't watch your stream right now. I'm not gonna lie, this character looks like they're butt scooting. And I'm like, yes,
Hey,
this is my energy. Just butt scoot around.
a raid and run is better than no raid at all. I very much thank you.
What?
Steph is raiding and running. Basically, they're here, but they're leaving. Because presumably they got something to do, whether it's dinner or whatever else, really. I mean, it's...
It's support one way or the other.
Exactly. Gotta love it.
I used to stream on Twitch. I used to stream Subnautica.
Oh, yeah.
But no one would show up, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just stop.
I actually used to stream on Twitch. Not
Hey,
much,
now.
but I did. I streamed quite a bit of No Man's Sky.
Fair enough.
Nice. That's why you wanted me to play it with you.
Yes. When's that gonna happen?
I don't know, okay? Don't pressure me.
I'm gonna go with someday.
Someday in the future.
Someday over the rainbow.
It's somewhere, actually.
What? Yeah, I know, but
Over the rainbow.
you used to stream how to turn KDE into macOS on Manjaro. That's a weird thing. Did you check out the link yet? I did twice, and it crashed OBS both times. So maybe put it in Discord instead.
Well, I gotta go. See you later.
See you later.
Aw. See ya.
He never hangs around for too long.
Class.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
If that exists.
I wish I could stay around longer. But class.
Yeah, every time I open the link, it crashes OBS. Don't ask me why, I don't know. It just did. Twice. And as a result, I still don't have the link. No, OBS is, for whatever reason, deciding to open it in its own internal browser. Which is exactly as irritating as it sounds. I tried to copy the link and that crashed too, so I don't frickin' know.
Olivia said, haha, not today.
Clearly.
Alright, well I hope you have a good stream. I'm gonna head out.
Thank you. I appreciate you dropping by.
Also, to all of the people who are watching, see you later. And I hope you guys have a good day too, even though I can't go check the Twitch chat because Twitch, the app on my iPad was like, oh, I gotta update, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not updating this stuff right now. I'm too lazy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you go into the App Store, there's an update all button. That's like the laziest way to also update everything.
Yeah, but I'm also drawing right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm gonna head out. See ya.
See you later. Have a good night. Dang you, Snake!
And then there was just 2.
And then there was 2. You know what I'm interested in is why can I hear birds so clearly this far underwater? And grasshoppers.
Because they're drowning.
I suppose. I guess it's probably just more that Nintendo didn't record like an underwater ambiance for nighttime or something like that. So it just plays the standard nighttime ambiance.
Possibly. I still need to...
Well, yeah, but they're talking about an iPad, Evo. Not Linux. It's actually XNU.
Not a good news.
No, XNU. It's from the next step. Legitimately, okay, so what happened was, so, basically when Steve Jobs came back to Apple, he also brought along with him Next Step, which was the OS that he was developing at Next, which was the competitor to Apple that he had founded. And so they rebased macOS on top of Next Step, and to this day, the roots of Next Step can be found in macOS, including in like how the desktop works, but also the kernel. And every operating system that Apple has, with iOS, watchOS, etc., 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 they're all just macOS in a new skin. So they're all running essentially they're running a obscure operating system's kernel from the 80s. Well, really 90s, late 90s, early 90s. Point is,
Uh, 1989.
yeah, exactly. Early 90s, late 80s.
Final release. Final preview was 1997. Final release was 1995.
Yeah. And XNU is the kernel. It now resides within the Mac OS. Yeah, that's, again, fine. Still not an iPad. I feel like your picture's a lot bigger than it was before.
Yeah, because there's only one person there.
Pardon?
It's because there's only one person.
Oh, yeah, fair. I wonder if I can tweak that a little bit. Okay, let's do 1920 by 800. Not quite, but getting there. Transform, reset transform. And then instead of 800, let's do 200. And then let's change the size of the text so it's not quite so big. Alright. And now let's modify it so it doesn't go all the way across. So what's not... let's go with 1800. Okay, that's not quite as much as I would like. Let's try 1500. That works. Now it should just tile from right to left. And it's not as big. But it should be more consistently sized, though. Perfect. Well, I mean, it's not the first time. Bend gate has happened before. Apple's just bad at, building a phone that doesn't bend. Although this time it's breaking instead of just becoming permanently bent. Think of that way you will. I'm just saying it's true, though. I just had the most morbid thought about, and I'm now wondering if you can feed the eggs to the piranhas. And I kind of want to, but I don't want to because it takes so long to get them. I don't know, what in the world could this mean? Could it mean that we need to play a song? I'm gonna get this out because I need it after. And this because why not?
And back to the Destiny 2 grind.
Isn't it handy that there just happens to be a scale behind them for them to arrange themselves on?
I know. Got the old man going absolutely wild.
Oh yeah. He's like, oh my god! Now, he's telling me that I should go play this song for the Zora to play these eggs, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go race some beavers. I wish that the software I use could track my hands. Instead of just my eyes, face, mouth, Hands would be cool too. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. So, DM, did I mention that I figured out why the aim was so awful?
No.
Turns out the emulator by default adds a 25% dead zone on your joystick.
Oh, fuck.
So I was doing that without 25% of the range of motion.
Who loves that?
Did manage though. And this is on a controller, a Steam controller with 0 stick drift. Actually, I don't think I've ever heard of a Steam controller that had stick drift, but I'm sure it's happened. You know what I mean? Did I hear that Sony got hacked? Absolutely. For like the 5th time in a decade. They should really hire somebody to, do security. What have you thought? I will never understand what the heck is up with these guys' eyes. Because they are something special. Yes, I want the empty bottle. Okay, I need to breathe. You know, but the thing is about these guys, you have no reason to ever come up here where they live. Like, unless you're just exploring, you'll never find this. Or you're Googling where all the bottles are, I mean, either or. For anyone here who has never gotten good at Zora swimming, for example, anyone who's only played 3DS version, this is actually ridiculously difficult. On the other hand, if you have done it before, say on the N64, this is actually quite easy. Because the 3DS version of the game actually makes it so that you can't learn how to swim, so kind of broken. I can challenge him again for a heart piece. Ooh, they took 10 seconds off. Also, I love that his beaver tail is a beaver tail pattern beaver tail. It also be noted those rings, for some reason, are like solid, so you can run into them. Oh, fuck. Controls got me. And And also, right there, the controls got me again. I jumped out of the water for some reason instead of swimming forward, the direction I wanted to go. Also, spun around. Again, because it wasn't doing the right controls. It was acting like I was still walking instead of swimming. I was trying to dive down, and I turned around instead. Apparently swimming on the Japanese version of the game is way worse. Actually, there's a number of things that are way worse on the Japanese version. Swimming is apparently worse, although some people actually prefer it. But also, there's a mini game you play with the postman to get his hat, where on the Japanese version of the console, it can at random just be impossible. Because you need 100th of a second precision. And the console itself cannot achieve 100th of a second precision. So you end up in a situation where you cannot actually hit the perfect time, even if you actually do hit the perfect time. That is an actual problem the original has. I hate that.
You make a boo-boo.
Kinda, yeah. I am slightly getting fucked by the controls every time. Where they either don't they don't context switch quite perfectly when you first jump in the water. Is a big one. So like when you see me jump in the water and I suddenly am like turning 180, that's because I'm trying to dive down and it's interpreting it as me still being on the ground, so I want to walk backward. Okay, that one just actually didn't register. I went through that. Fuck. Dive, damn it! Goddamn! I was already very tight without the game deciding that I'm still on the ground when I'm swimming. Well, this is different. I've never gotten this route before. Hang on, is it giving me a pity route? Oh my god, I think it just gave me a pity route. I didn't even know this had a pity route. But that's exactly what this is. In fairness, the pity route is way easier. I'm like 20 seconds ahead of where I normally am by this point. Actually, almost 30 seconds ahead. Yeah, I beat it with 15 seconds to remain, where the other times would have been like a second or less. I'd appreciate knowing where, like, there's just random pieces of art, eh? I wish I didn't fuck with your position every time.
So much grinding just so I can have a space run.
Still doing that?
I wonder.
Yeah. That's honest. No, in fairness, I'm near enough at rank 12 and 16.
Yeah.
Okay, so grab my 4 bounties, run a couple of runs. Did you hear my question?
No.
I asked you gonna get back to Destiny.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
There we go. There's all the bots.
Alright. Oh, well.
Sony needs to stop getting hacked.
They really do.
Not good for the reputation. Debating what I want to do at this exact moment in game. It just occurred to me that I'm gonna have to get my SSH keys on my Steam Deck somehow, and I don't know how. I do not own a USB stick with a USB-C on it. Although I did get an SD card, so I could do that.
Got an SD card. In all fairness, you can get USB to USB adapters really easily.
True. I'm also just planning on getting a dock for it at some point here. Just like a basic one, something that holds it up, charges it. Keyboard, mouse. Did I tell you about the SD card I got, by the way?
Yes, you did.
It's amazing how small 1 terabyte can be these days.
Yeah, I believe you told me maybe yesterday?
Fair.
Obviously, because it's your day off, it threw you.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm actually gonna end my stream here early, because I am dying, because it is so hot in here. So you guys have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow, where I will, with any luck, be starting my stream with a webcam pointed at my desk of me unboxing and then setting up my Steam Deck. So have a good night, everyone. Although, I mean, I say that, but according to FedEx, I think it's still in Illinois. No, it's in Indiana. It left in Illinois, now it's in Indiana. But FedEx says here tomorrow, so... Anyway, have a good night, everyone.